Hello, Anna Sabramowitz here from eLearner Engaged, and I'm gonna do a shorter video this time for you because I feel like my experiment of running these videos is we're running from the first one was about 4 minutes, the last one was about 12. We're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to you. I don't need to drone on about this, but I do have a couple of fun things to share with you today. So. One of them is the fact that I'm wearing a Canadian tuxedo, which is a jean shirt and jean pants. And I just wanted to let all Canadians know, if you're out there, that there's also a Polish tuxedo, which is very similar to this. So it's not like you invented the concept. And I feel like this is a good cultural meld for me. So designing e-learning scenarios, I'm working on that right now. And one of the things that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video blog thing is to kind of document my growth and just some of the things that I'm learning through it. One of the things that I'm doing is taking existing scenarios that are out there in the sphere of the world of scenarios and deconstructing them and taking my steps and applying them against their deconstruction, let's say, and trying to find out where the gaps are, where things are missing, where things fall short, where things are maybe exceeding that I haven't thought of. And one of the things obviously I found is there's so many scenarios out there that have a solid setup, fantastic scenarios, like really compelling situations. It's all good. And then you make a decision. Sometimes the decision questions are kind of as well. And then I don't get a consequence. I get the almighty feedback, like, Jim shouldn't have done this because HR policy A says this. And you're like, no, I wanted to see what happened to Jim and Terry when I went, tell Jim and Terry off. Like, you want to be that person. You want to try all these other consequences. And I feel like what happens, I don't know where that happens, where we feel like the other adults we're designing for are have half the IQ that we do. They don't pay the mortgage on their own. They don't raise children on their own. They don't pay bills and, all those things. They don't have a career. Like, they're just like us. I get frustrated when I don't get the consequences. Of course they would too. Rant over. What do they say? What's that quote? The best way to complain is to build something. All right. I'm on it. And then the other thing, very quickly, I'm going to bring up is that my creative director and partner, Ryan Martin, is at a VR conference this weekend. It's super cool. And I'm just super excited about the application of VR, AR, augmented reality, virtual reality, and also MR. I just learned what MR means, which is mixed reality, which is I have all these ideas that I want to make happen in the world. And one of the things he said is he was having a conversation today with this guy who, I don't know what the conversation exactly was about, but they were talking about training and basically how training is going to be completely changed by virtual reality. And I remember a colleague from Adidas, Mayan, was talking about that. They had all tried those cardboard Google glasses, and just how she felt this was the next level. And I hadn't experienced them at that point. So I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. That's interesting. I didn't see the potential. Then I got myself a headset and I thought, my God, this is it. This is the fourth wall. This is it. Like, it's so cool. It's there. It's in the moment. There's no, it's going to be awesome. So I guess Ryan was discussing the whole idea of augmented reality with somebody. And he said, well, basically, it's like a really well-designed job aid, and that's it. And the guy's like, I don't think he actually, Ryan's in the training world with me, right? So we get it. We're like job aids, and that's our lingo, and we get it. We're like, this is a help guide, basically, just in time kind of help guide. And I love this idea, and I'm thinking that as much as there's going to be some jobs that are just going to become obsolete because of all this technology, there is this whole new market that's going to become huge for us And it's going to be where people specialize in augmenting reality to help people do their jobs better or live better lives. I mean, that's going to be like another skill set. And even today, you know, even if you're not getting into virtual reality yet, to do job aids well, to do performance support well, that's still a skill set that's sought after, because, and I feel as far as I'm concerned, that's a skill set that people still don't recognize how much impact it can have. Good performance support can replace training. In probably 90% of the times, if you, it's like, okay, here's another thing. I'm going to make this quick, but I thought about this the other day. It drives me bananas. Okay. This is one of those ranty voice videos. Okay. I'm going to let that go. Where, you know how sometimes people, as a part of training, they're like, we're going to have a scavenger hunt on our website. So you can find all the places that, you know, where your benefits are and where you'd find the form for the dental. And I'm like, okay, you know, your site's kind of poo-poo. Got to be honest here. That's all I can do. Your site is terrible if we need to do a scavenger hunt, because your site should be as good as Google. There's a search bar. I search for what I want, and there's keywords in that, you know, attached to that. There's metadata attached, tags attached to whatever it is, and I can easily find it. I don't have to try and do a scavenger hunt, and then once again, in 5 weeks, when I need to find the form, I'm trying to do another scavenger hunt or remember where that thing was. You need to design your site so it's user-friendly. So that's exactly what was I talking about? Oh yeah, anyways. What I'm trying to say is that the whole idea of augmenting the experience to make it user-friendly for the user, that's where we need to have a mind shift, because I think a lot of us are like, and I'm there. It's frustrating. Because I'm trying to be a better person almost. Well, I'll have friends where they'll say, I can't find that. Or they'll go to the same site and be like, I don't know how to sign up. And I'm like, well, I figured it out. How come you can't download a free book from Audible on sign up and I could? And then I think about Audible and the fact that I'm pretty tech savvy. Yeah. And somebody who's not is having a very difficult time signing up. Well, they're not the only one. So it's not that person's fault. It's the interface that's failing them. It's the interface, in fact, that's failing that company. So if your e-learning or whatever you're designing, your scenarios, the target audience can't get in there and get the benefit that they need, that's not their fault. That's our fault. That's a joyful, feely, good thing to leave you with. I didn't mean it that way. I mean it like, you know, we're trying to be better. Let's be better. Let's get better. Let's figure out what people need and how we can make their experiences more enjoyable so that they can get the most out of their day, out of those minutes, those precious minutes where like the kid isn't screaming. They got 5 minutes free. What can they learn? How can they 10x their life? What can you share? Yeah, you want to do that. So here's Anna Sabramowitz signing out. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was weird. I know it's ranty, but hey, it's Friday. The weekend's tomorrow. I feel like I should be ranty a little bit. Okay, that's enough of a rant. 9 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.